So the first question that we're kind of looking at tonight is thinking about three critical aspects that have to do with social issues, political issues, things that are at the heart of East Jerusalem.
My name is Riman Barakat, and I run a company called Experience Palestine, through which I allow others the opportunity to come and meet with Palestinians, both in East Jerusalem and in the West Bank cities like Ramallah, like Bethlehem. Art is one field in which I expose people to. I'm from East Jerusalem. I grew up in East Jerusalem. And one, perhaps, of the main challenges in East Jerusalem is sort of the lack of clarity with regards to identity. And that's an issue that is, we as East Jerusalem residents neither have a Palestinian passport nor Israeli passport, and therefore our connections are torn apart. The challenge of kind of defining identity, of being in East Jerusalem, because we're in this space of in-between. If I would sort of like answer that from how can residency be relevant, that is one answer, you know, to keep and create something in the city where people can stay and where artists can be agents of social change, creativity, urban renewal that will keep people in the city. We have a very conservative culture in East Jerusalem, and definitely, you know, as Isreen mentioned, for women it's even harder, and to kind of like reach out for universal values and express universal values again the need to kind of to go beyond the gender, the nationality, and so on, and see sort of a more universal perspective is very much needed.
When Ben is working, we can do it together.
Wow.
So it's very sentimental, you would say.
Yeah.
But in that regard,
yes, and it's kind of like going around both East and West. So.
BILCOM is a human rights organization that works in a specific field, which is planning. What we do is we try to make a survey and make understanding to what is going on the ground in the field of planning. And we try sometimes to be this coordinator between the authority and the residents. We try to make a change. We try to make the life maybe better by using different tools. We object for example, the plans of the settlements. We stand like we are trying to be to the side of the people who are weak, who don't have a way how to get out their voice. The voices, mostly the voices in the authorities, the voices are here are the voices of the men, not the women. And so the children and the children are also not on the map. بفكر انه المدارس، انه موضوع المدارس شو ممكن احنا نعمل في المدارس انه نغير كفنانين. انا بحكي انه كفنانين ممكن الفنانين يكون لهم دور كبير بانهم هم يفرضوا ممكن بادواتهم يعطوا يحولوا المدارس لاماكن كثير جميله. National parks are left without any investment, without anything, and people inside the neighborhoods, they need these areas for a place to live, but also we can turn them into a place that people can go and have a good time.
I basically do art and expressive art, and I try my best to help people as much as they can express themselves and find their beauty, find some beauty in this awful life that we all live under, an awful situation that we all suffer from. And I can tell that so many people are so beautiful and so many people find the beauty in their work, and so many people have found some creativity and found how they creative can be when they let themselves. The biggest issue is the checkpoints that separate people from each other. This is the monster, I believe, that exists. And the checkpoint, it's not only that separates people, the checkpoint makes life miserable sometimes, and people can't connect. If you don't pass through it every day, it's really hard to imagine how harsh and how crueler and how awful it is. In addition to that, the social living inside East Jerusalem is not the easy thing.
The conditions, you said?
The conditions, the
What do you mean?
political situation and the economic situation. It's like a ghetto inside the city. I mean, there is no one could come to Jerusalem from West Bank unless they get the permit or they are over 50.
I don't know, you're talking about checkpoints, if you can place them or some kind of
These are not the roads, this is the wall. So the other issue that interests me a lot, and this is going to be my PhD focus, is the teenagers. And what happened recently during the last 2 years, not only in Jerusalem, also in West Bank, when these teenagers went out to the checkpoint to stop soldiers, it just made me out of my mind. Teenagers, we're talking about 13 years, 12 years, 14 years. What the hell teenager wants to do? How the teenager thinks about freeing Palestine, and which kind of thinking the teenagers have right now to take this step, to take the knife and to stab soldier. How come they think that they're gonna free Palestine this way?
The first thing is the resources. The Arab areas are suffering from a lack of resources. The second thing is the agenda of teaching inside the schools, the Arabic schools. I find a real problem not teaching Hebrew in those schools, because I believe that if we are living together here in Jerusalem as Arabs and Jews and
the language is something that the basic that's missing.
yes, you know, the Hebrew language is needed for people to understand their reality and to deal better with the official offices and the government itself and the people who's living there. They can have a better communication. Really, I chose this thing to try to help people understanding or learning or really pushing them to know Hebrew, so they can deal better with their life.
Inviting us to think about, there's many different aspects, from questions of where in Jerusalem where do we even think to locate this, to questions about what kind of artists to bring, to questions of like what would be some of the focus. Does it have to do with working, if it's about community, if it's about activism, like planning issues, really design some kind of aspects of, and programmatic aspects, organizational aspects that you think could help to mold a residency that can benefit East Jerusalem.
الفوكس حلو يكون على التربية،
And the focus better to be on education.
الفوكس حلو يكون في الشارع، ان الفن يجي على الشارع مش يكون بس بالجاليري وبالمتحف والمحلات المسكره، وبيظل بهاي الحاله بالدائره الصغيره تبعت الفنانين، فنان بيشوف عمل فنان.
To take out the arts from closed and intimate places to outside, to the street, to widespread it more, to the public.
Yeah. So just to be more specific, so the kind of artist that you envision, so let's say right now we're thinking about a residency in Sauia that involves some kind of work that has to do with going to people's homes, homework, support after school, some kind of activity. You imagine this mostly international artists or Palestinian artists that are coming?
Both.
From
Also Jewish artists.
all can imagine local.
Even we don't even have
really the best.
we have already Palestinians and they live the situation, so it would be very interesting to have internationals. We also have Jewish
Israelis.
Yeah, not Jewish Israelis. Jewish Israelis.
Yeah. Because the Jewish, they do get volunteers, Jewish volunteers all over from all over the world, but you don't get Israeli volunteers or Israeli artists.
Yeah. Okay. So that seems like a really important.
It's very
thing,
challenging. I mean, it's a fantasy. I can't guarantee. I mean, I can't guarantee, but I'm almost 100% sure that none of them will agree to go there. But let's imagine that.
You don't know.
Exactly. We don't know. Let's imagine.
Maybe if I'm invited to Sauia to Jerusalem, I come.
My house is open. So this is the first step.
You see, so there's already an artist visiting the House of Zoe.
It's not far from what they just talked about. I would like to see a huge art center where people can come and do art, and all kinds of people from.
Huge, but it has presence.
It has to be big, where people come and get a space to do art and do music and do dance, do paint and do drama or art.
So all of the mediums together.
All the mediums together. But I also would like the people who run the place, or the artist people who run this place, also to go out to the areas and go and seek the people outside of that building. So it would be both in and out, and I believe in the street art, in the outdoor art, and reaching and seeking the people outside the center. But it's good to have a center, an address, to know that I can go there and I can do stuff there. Of course, I believe that in order to have this kind of place, we have to have artists who run the place, not only educators. They have to be an artist, and if they have both, if they are educators and artists at the same time, so this will be a privilege.
And the wall goes around the heart. Yeah. No, in another color maybe, with yellow maybe we didn't have some.
Okay, it will be هيك يعني.
And so what's behind what
I mean, the Silwan, Isawiya, there is only checkpoints, but Kufur Akab, you have also the checkpoint, but you have,
the actual wall.
See.
So that's
the
the
wall itself.
It's kind of behind the wall in this sense.
Yes.
That's separated in the middle.